First thing I do in the morning is just make my bed, tidy up my space, because having a clean environment just makes you more productive in general. I recently moved into my new condo and I still can't get over just how good the views are. Like, look at this, stunning. One thing that kind of disappointed me is they didn't include Qi Charging Standard 2, which has the MagSafe magnets, so I picked up this case from Spigen. It's just a clear case so I can still see the beauty of the phone, but that is kind of a bummer. First thing in the morning, I usually check through my notifications while I brush my teeth, just to check if there's anything important that I need to put into my calendar. I need to shower every morning because it just helps wake me up and feel fresh, and if I don't, I end up just feeling groggy the whole day. So right now it is 9:02 a.m. and I have 100% charge still, which is really good. Battery life so far seems solid, but you know how it is. When you first get a phone, it's always like really good, and then after like 2 months, it goes really kind of downhill from there. So yeah, so far, pretty impressed, but I've just been offloading some footage onto my laptop here. So I did a shoot yesterday with a client, so I'm just like offloading some of these clips. I need to edit together a video, and if you're curious, I'm just charging up my laptop with this new Anker battery that they sent out to me. Okay, so it's like 10 a.m. right now because I got super distracted on my laptop. I didn't have enough space on my SD cards, but I didn't want to format them. You know when you're at that point where you just want to keep all the footage, so I had to offload them to Google Drive and also my hard drive. And yeah, it just took some time to sort of work that out. So now it's 10 a.m. I still somehow have 100%, but again, I haven't used the phone too much. I do want to switch over my SIM card from my iPhone just to make it like official, like I am fully using the phone, because this is kind of like my work phone. So everything I do work-wise goes through my iPhone, whereas the Pixel is like my personal device. So I want to swap SIMs and have my main SIM with my main number in the Pixel. So first of all, let's do that. So I've taken them both out of the cases. These phones actually feel so similar. Like in the hand, they're almost the same weight. They have the same kind of boxy design with the frosted matte back. The only difference is the Pixel is a little bit darker, and also I feel like it's slightly more prone to scratches because I already have a few scuffs on the back as well as a chip on my screen, which is not ideal, but yeah, somehow that happened. So yeah, if you are picking up this Pixel, I would suggest you get screen protector as well as the case, just because it's so fragile. But it definitely does feel premium. It definitely feels like a solid phone in the hand, and I would personally say this is my favorite designed Android phone ever. When you're putting the SIM card in this phone or you're removing it, make sure you don't stick the SIM ejector tool into the microphone hole. So press it in this hole right here. And there we go, SIM card is switched over. That's why I really hope they don't remove the SIM card tray, because this would have been a much harder process if they were both eSIMs. The speakers have a lot of clarity and are great for podcasts, but they don't have a lot of bass, so they're kind of tinny for music.
Alcohol-based mouthwashes, killing off some of the critical things you need. It's fascinating, and I put out that episode thinking, oh, I'm not dense.
I took some pictures with the main sensor, and this is how they turned out. So not overly vibrant colors like I'm used to on the Pixel, so I feel like maybe they toned them down a bit. While I ate, I was still playing my podcast, and I just went through social media and DM'd my friends. So I've just been editing some footage on my laptop for this client that I mentioned. I've got some stuff to film today, so I am gonna film like a review on these Anker battery packs. I'd recommend you check out my full review when that is out. But right now it is 11:47, I've got 93% battery, and I've really just been listening to my podcast, replying to some messages, scrolling around social media, and I've had the screen brightness set to around 90%. So yeah, it's held up pretty well, above 90%. It's more than I expected, honestly. So I'm actually super excited to see what it's going to be tonight, like at the end of the day. But yeah, I kind of feel like they've done a really good job in terms of battery optimization. When you turn on the battery saver mode, you now have this ultra battery saving mode, which provides you with 4 days of battery life. So basically limits everything on your phone to just the necessities. So if you're looking for extra long battery life, maybe you're on a camping trip or something, then that is super convenient. So I have my Pixel 8 Pro here, side by side with the 9 Pro XL. I really like how Google did bring out a smaller phone, but obviously I got the bigger one, but it is nice to have the option to not have an XL phone. But yeah, I think this design is definitely much more 2024, just the boxiness. I really like the new redesigned camera bar, just because it's not all the way across. It's now this kind of island, so it just works better with cases. Cases are a bit more stable because before they used to have a cutout going all the way around the side of the phone. And it just made the cases super flimsy. So now the cases are a lot more solid, and feel in the hand, I would say it kind of feels like an iPhone. It just feels like you're using an iPhone that runs Android. That's my experience from it so far. So I already have my first big problem of the day, and that is that you don't have access to iMessage on Android. But the thing is, Apple link your phone number with iMessage. So when iPhone users message that number, it goes through to iMessage, not to the number itself. So if anybody is messaging you from an iPhone and you've put the SIM in your Android, you just straight up won't receive the message. Like, you just won't receive it. So MSI messaged me, inviting me to the C&E event in Toronto today. They want me to bring down a desktop computer and like attend, and they gave me a pass and everything. But I wouldn't have received that if I didn't have my laptop or my iPhone with me, because it just doesn't go through. So that's like one big issue with leaving the Apple ecosystem that a lot of people don't really talk about. So right now it is 4:03 p.m. I just got tired of being in my room. It's just getting super stuffy. So I decided to just come out on the balcony to get some fresh air. It is really blowy right now. It's really breezy. So I don't know how the microphone sounds, but I'm just gonna do a quick camera test with the Pixel. So I'm just gonna take some video as well as some pictures. So now I'm just taking a quick video on the main camera. This is 4K 30 frames per second. Switching to ultra wide. There's a little bit of shake I noticed from just some testing. So hopefully they can fix that in a software update. But overall, it's not too bad. Quality is good, it's just a tiny bit shaky for my liking. So yeah, this is exactly how it looks from the wide angle lens. Pretty spectacular views up here, honestly. But it's kind of crazy, especially how big this balcony is. You can literally just run back and forwards. But yeah, this is what you can expect from the wide angle lens on the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Google's so good at dynamic range. This photo looks amazing. Everything is exposed correctly. Colors aren't too vibrant. They're kind of toned down, but still accurate. And sharpness is on point. These are some great photos. So yeah, now I have 82%. I think I'm gonna hit the gym. I'll film it on my Pixel, so it's like a little camera test, and also I don't have to look like a weirdo carrying my camera around. And then I'm gonna go to the C&E event. So yeah.
But now you're gone, and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby,
So right now I am recording on the main Pixel camera. So this is how the audio sounds. Super noisy outside right now. But one thing they still haven't nailed is the transitions between the lenses. The 5x lens still has a really jittery transition, although it looks Looks really good. You get a lot of bokeh, which is really nice, like natural bokeh because of the bigger sensor. So you get that cinematic look. Right now the autofocus was kind of shifting. So yeah, I still feel there could be some room for improvement. So right now this is the front-facing camera on the Pixel. Honestly, I used to use the wide angle in the back a lot for vlogging just because the main sensor is too tight, but I would always have to just guess in terms of framing. I would never know if I was in the shot until I watched it back. So now this is basically the equivalent of the wide angle lens, but it's on the front of the phone, so you can see on the screen what you're actually recording, which is so good. But this is perfect for video calls as well, just because you can get so much more in the frame and the quality is so much better. There's also this mode to do 1.4 times crop if you want that kind of old, tighter front-facing camera, but personally for me, I much prefer the wide angle lens. So right now I'm recording on the wide angle lens of the Pixel 9 Pro XL. So this is how it looks. Personally, from watching back some of the footage, it looks a little bit shaky, especially in low light. But this is how it looks in the daylight without any of the boost modes. So just standard 4K 30. And right now I've just changed over to the primary lens. So again, 4K 30 with no boost mode, this is how it looks. And this is also the audio. The buds are disconnected. So I made sure to do that right before testing the audio. So yeah, let me know what you think about the quality or the colors, the sharpness, anything like that. I'm super curious what you guys think. Personally for me, the Pixel 8 Pro was a little bit oversaturated, a little bit over-processed. This year it looks to be like they toned it down a little bit, which is good. So right now I'm using the primary camera, but I've turned on the 8K boost mode. So it should be upscaling my 4K content. I should be improving it, enhancing it. This should look better than the 4K one, hopefully. So right now Josh has told me he's coming to pick me up from my condo to bring me to the CNE. So MSI are also waiting for me to bring their desktop computer. They want to show it off on their display, so it's pretty important I get down there. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. So right now I just changed because I wanted to look a little bit more presentable for the CNE. Rather than just wearing shorts and a baggy t-shirt, I thought, you know what? Let's put on my shirt, my jeans, and let's feel a bit better, you know, meeting some of these high-up tech managers and things like that. Just because I want to leave a lasting impression, you know?
You can win $1,000 towards your summer. $1,000. Call right now. 416-870.
So right now it is 5:33 p.m. We've got 62% battery, and I feel like Google really improved the standby battery life because while my phone wasn't in use, it really did hold the charge super well. Something else greatly improved is the brightness of the display. Now you can get up to 3000 nits of peak brightness, and you really can see it, especially when you're outdoors. The screen gets plenty bright and is super easy to see. Still, one of my favorite Pixel features to this day is the now playing. I just love seeing on my lock screen what music is playing around me. Big thanks to MSI for inviting me to CNE. They actually gave me a staff pass for Intel. So they just told me like, show this pass and just say you work for Intel. So yeah, I guess seems kind of sketch. So when I arrived, I met Alan in the parking lot and he helped me in with the computer. Alan is on the left here and he was the one that just coordinated my cooperation with MSI. So it was super nice to finally meet him. He showed me around and showed me all the computers. What is in these? Is it just the bag?
Just the bag.
Oh man.
Cashing it, but we don't have it.
What is this? That's not gonna reach that.
Yeah.
Okay, I really suck at these things, so...
I know.
You know?
Because, you know, the other time, like Carl Conrad, another influencer came over.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was so close, man.
But you are better than Carl.
Then Carl Conrad?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I didn't even win.
Sorry, Josh. Sorry, Josh. Yeah, this one is cute enough, you know, for you. Yeah.
It's a keychain.
Yeah, it's keychain, and you can bring it anywhere.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
I appreciate it.
All together, then you can get this one.
Oh, and it makes like a colored thing?
Yeah.
Does it matter which order you do it?
There's no order.
But it
needed.
needs to be this direction,
Yeah,
right?
direction matters. Order doesn't.
So I guess I'll go with this one. Let's try the orange one.
Here we go.
Sweet. So do I take it out now?
Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I've seen something where like a machine where they all go off at the same time, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And,
If it's too automatic,
Oh.
it will be like printer. So if you do it by
printer,
yourself,
yeah.
right? Yeah. We not only have claw machine, we have claw.
Okay.
This is our handheld.
oh,
So whatever a Windows or a PC can run, it can run.
Yeah.
You know? You can send
So you
email
can-
with it.
oh right,
Yeah,
okay.
you can. Yeah, you can work with it. You can edit video with it. I don't recommend it, but if you know.
Can
but,
you imagine editing a video on this?
Yeah, you gotta-
Does this move the cursor? Like,
Yes.
Yes?
No, actually, it's touch screen.
okay.
It's touch screen, so you can basically, you know. Yeah,
Oh, whoa, okay.
That's,
so you pull that up.
Yeah,
oh, whoa,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is insane.
right.
Wait, does it have a battery in or no?
Of course, it has battery. It works.
It's so light. I'm like,
It is,
how
right?
is this so that light? What
Yeah.
the heck? It's like lighter than like an iPad almost.
Yeah, it is. It is, and the
Yeah.
ergonomic is crazy.
So, okay, tell me something to search. Tell me something to generate.
A truck on surface of moon. Whoa, that is
Well,
fast.
I wouldn't say that's the moon, but there we go. That's more
that's-
like it, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty good. It looks like Fortnite or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fast. It's just like basically 1 or 2 seconds. Woo!
That's pretty good.
It's so real. It's basically like what we got here.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good though.
Oh,
Like,
do they do this online or offline?
yeah, it does some of it offline. I think if you have it online, it will do more.
God, it's
Yeah.
so real. It's so real.
Yeah. And then there's a gallery of all the ones you've made
Okay.
inside there. So I was working with a brand and I typed in their name and said make a logo.
Yeah.
And I like create a logo.
Lighting wasn't amazing in here, but I took some pictures with the wide, main, and telephoto lens, and all of them came out pretty damn good.
How much is that monitor?
1,300. All right, let me try this. I don't know which game to try. I guess Battlefield. I don't really.
Maybe.
Oh, they have Halo. I haven't played. Oh, Forza. I should have tried Forza, right?
Yeah, I'll try that.
I already clicked on Battlefield. It's okay. Battlefield's more intense. I feel like I'll use more like processing power, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The graphics are so good in Battlefield. This is like a nice. This is a smaller setup than the MSI one I had. You know.
The other one is huge.
Yeah, it's way bigger than this, but I think it's maybe more powerful. So you have to find that right sweet spot between like the size and like the power, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my god, dude, this feels amazing. Wow.
Well, I don't
Oh
wanna
Jesus.
Buy, don't want to buy for Black Friday then.
As you can see, I wasn't glued to my phone the entire day. I just picked it up and used it when I needed it and put it down, and I feel like that's how a phone should be used, but I did keep the always on display turned on. So right now it is 7:50 p.m. I've got 43% battery left, and I feel like I've just hammered this phone in terms of content. I've taken so many videos, so many pictures on this phone, probably 50% of the battery life is just going to be used on the camera, so an unusual day. Video on the 42 megapixel front camera looks stunning, like the colors and everything, even in low light, look amazing. Thanks to the bigger sensor on the main camera, you also get a little bit more depth, and they've kind of toned down the over sharpening and over processing, so video looks much more natural. We bought some things at the CNE, such as this picture. It actually lights up, which is pretty awesome, but we didn't want to carry it around the whole night, so we went back to the car. I know I already use the camera so much today, but I am a photographer. I regularly use my camera a lot, and I just had to try out the low light performance to see how good it really is.
Okay, so right now it is 10:52 p.m. I've got 21% battery. I woke up at like 8 a.m. and I haven't charged it all day, so I consider that pretty damn good. I'll go over the battery stats when I get back to my place, but right now we're just kind of chilling outside of the CNE.
Low light video has definitely been improved. There is still some noise in the dark areas, and it does need to upload and process to get the best quality through the boost mode, but I would say it's definitely passable. There's a lot of noise on the front camera in low light, which is kind of expected, but I think it did a pretty good job, especially with the colors, retain them very nicely.
I'm pretty tired right now. I got this really cool picture that lights up when you put batteries in it, so I'm gonna put this on the wall tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just so excited to just lie down. I've had such a long day. I'm on like 3% right now.
So it is now 1:12 a.m. and I literally have 1% battery, and this 1% has lasted quite a while so far. But yeah, in terms of battery usage, as I predicted, 49% went to the camera, so pretty much you would get an extra 50% battery life. So I would say that's pretty damn good, especially if you're not into using the camera too much. Then you're gonna be fine. Battery life is really good on this phone. You can get 4 days of the battery saver mode. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That's my day in the life with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. See you later, guys. Peace.